The dating scene is a disaster. People are so atomized that the only way people seemingly meet their soulmates is online, aka via Discord mods or online dating sites such as Tinder. And it often presents a very low success rate because of the ongoing culture war between different identities pitting group against group. But people haven't given up on dating, despite all the reasons to. I mean, why waste resources for people that you don't know when you can instead spend your time not wasting your resources at all or on anyone except yourself? And that's when you see a sudden rise of content on YouTube or any other popular platform where it's basically some game show where the whole intent is to make sure that one person at least gets a date, a guaranteed one. The Cut, 20v1, and Pop the Balloon. Pop the Balloon is a dating show on YouTube that is very available, and it was made by this person called Arlette Amuli. The whole thing in how it works is that you have a line of people who may or may not pick you. You, as the one that they pick, enter the room. Now, some people may immediately pop their balloons upon seeing you. If they haven't, you are supposed to introduce yourself, and then you're supposed to talk to each contestant one by one. And if one of them popped their balloons, then they've either had a poor impression of you or they just didn't feel anything with you. Now, do I believe that these shows work in actually ensuring that one person gets a date? Does it improve on today's ongoing dating culture? No. But it's funny. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you know the drill. Let's just get right into it.
Oh, welcome in. Can I have your name?
My name is Mon.
This guy looks like he's gonna conquer a kingdom.
So I look for emotional maturity. I look for consistency and pretty feet and good credit.
Okay.
But if you don't got good credit and you got bad credit, I know how to fix that to get us some funding.
Okay, got it. And now what are some of your deal breakers?
My deal breakers, ugly feet.
Okay, but what if she had ugly feet, but she has amazing credit? Now, the feet is pretty unfortunate, but I think we do have a solution for that. But that does require a saw and new prosthetic feet that will replace the old ones. Now, this is the part about good credit, you see, because, she will be able to borrow money at better interest rates due to her good credit, so she could actually use that to advantage and get new feet.
All right, so we did get a couple of pop balloons. Let's go on over to some of these ladies and see why they ended up popping. All right, if we can have your name and age.
I'm Alexis, and I'm 29.
Okay. Alexis, why did you pop your balloon?
I didn't really like the make you moan statement, and you kind of look like Coming to America right now.
I see you used to dealing with peasants, so you don't know when you see a king.
I don't think a true king would be on a dating show where they pop your balloon based on a couple of details they don't like about you. I think a true king would definitely be off marrying a woman who was kidnapped and sold off by her parents so that they can continue on their royal legacy.
Is she someone that's your type?
I say I like feet.
Oh,
I ain't really feeling her feet.
hey, I'm kind of hot.
Bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome. I'll have you hold this.
Why is he walking like that? This guy walks with intent.
All right, if we can have your name and age and why you popped your balloon.
Hi, my name is Karma. I'm 24. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to say the pop in the balloon property. Got you. For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or I wasn't fully attracted to you, and I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show,
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual.
Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
Brianna, 26. My eyes are Or up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms.
This guy, he picks fights.
You still have 2 balloons.
Yes.
Do we still have 2 balloons? No. Okay, let's go over here. I saw you hesitate. That's why I had to ask. So if we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Kayla. I'm 23. Originally, I was not going to pop my balloon because I know a lot of them popped it because he was being, I guess, arrogant. But to me, I like my man that's not going to sit in every girl's face and, complimenting them, So I didn't find that offensive to me. But when they started what was going on, I'm very, I don't want to say I'm argumentative, but I don't want my man to argue back with me because then I feel like it's going to always be a problem. That was the only reason why I popped my balloon, because I was just like, dang. But then with me, you kind of got a little bit catty with me. You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but you. Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
These women may be dunking on him, but have they ever been with a licensed plumber? Whenever he heard a balloon being popped, he scans the room entirely, looking for who popped the balloon.
You're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No disrespecting.
But if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't fix pipes. He rips them off and then he breaks them on your neck.
Please forgive me for my attire. I had an emergency earlier and I had to rush here, so I didn't have time to change. She's not even looking at my face. Okay, so I am a traveling dentist. I travel up and down the West Coast pulling teeth and placing implants for those who need it.
Okay. All right. Now, what do you look for in a woman?
What I look for in a woman is pretty universal. And I'm not sure if it's been explained this way, but I'm going to try. There's 3 things that every man wants. And if you do these 3 things, you can procure any man that you want. And this isn't my information that I just came up with. This is actually research-based. And the first thing is being useful. How can you be useful to the person in your life? Why is that important? Because when you are a useful asset to the man, second thing is you have to blow his mind in the bedroom. What does that mean? That means you take the wildest, nastiest thing that you've ever done, figure out the wildest, nastiest thing that he's ever done, and exceed that.
But how would that work if both of you, you and your partner, have sexual fantasies that are diametrically opposed to one another? What if your partner had an extreme fetish for really clean buildings, and every time they clean a part of their house, they just immediately start beating off. They beat off to bars of soap because they like the idea of how clean it is. They beat to the idea of clean bedrooms, clean bathrooms, everything clean. And your fetish is shitting on a bed and pissing everywhere, extreme dirty conditions. How are you going to exceed that?
Go over to some of these ladies and see what's going on.
Please, let's.
All right, let's start here. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
My name is Brenda. I'm 36. Okay. The reason why I popped, very good looking man. Well put together. You're in the dentistry world. That's amazing. I'm sure your love language is acts of service, since you are in the dentistry world. But the way you answered that question...
Actually, my love language is physical touch. Oh. And quality time. Oh. And words of affirmation.
Let her speak.
Love your honesty. Thank you.
All right. If we can have your name and age and why you ended up popping.
Hi, I'm Nova. I'm 30. Yeah, it was just the arrogance for me. I love a man that's very confident. I'm gonna toot your horn every chance I get. But I think you toot your own horn, so I don't think I would be able to accommodate that every day. You're tooting, and then I'm trying to uplift, and it would just be a roller coaster ride, all the time. I feel we would constantly be up here, and I like my space. I like quiet. I feel every day would be something, not negative, but just the energy would just be very high for me.
It sounds like self-love is something that's challenging for you.
Self-love? Oh, no, baby, I'm sorry.
Because if you loved yourself, then you wouldn't have any problem loving me.
Oh,
This guy gets rejected and he tries to psychoanalyze them.
I love myself a lot, and I want to be able to love someone as much as I love myself. But I feel like you love yourself so much that there wouldn't be any room for me to love you.
That sounded good, but it also didn't make very much sense.
That's
because
fine.
love isn't a container. Love
But
is
it's not a
something that you
container.
are. So I love myself. I've worked on myself, and I understand the tools that it takes to practice self-love.
Okay.
And so space and time isn't really an objective field that you need to use as a barometer to see if it's possible, if we can love each other. It's either you love yourself and you can share that, or you're uncomfortable with it. And so I feel that you're also uncomfortable with me loving myself as much as I do.
No.
And it's
I'm
coming off
definitely
as
not uncomfortable.
arrogance.
Oh, I'm arrogant?
No, I said it's coming off as
Oh,
arrogance.
you're coming up. Yeah, you.
It seems like something that you really struggle with is handling the fact that I am above you. So after this fiasco, he posted on his own channel having a full meltdown of why Pop the Balloon is truly terrible, and he's exposing the BS.
My name is Dr. Elam, and you may know me from the popular Pop the Balloon show on YouTube. But I'm here to say I'm done with Pop the Balloon. You are gaining some benefit from what I'm saying. Please hit the super like button down below. Go follow my TikTok and go follow my Instagram, because they actually have different versions of how I was feeling right after the show. Livid. My community, I'm telling you, I was livid because they basically suppressed my wants.
What I look for in a woman is pretty universal. First thing is being useful.
Suppressed my wants.
The second thing is you have to blow his mind in the bedroom.
Suppressed my wants.
The third thing, always respect your man.
Suppressed my wants, and they made it about them. I felt unseen, I felt used, I felt objectified.
We're the prize.
I felt unseen.
It sounds like self-love is something that's challenging for you.
I felt unseen.
Love is
It's not a
something that you
container.
are. So I love myself. I've worked on myself, and I understand the tools that it takes to practice self-love.
Suppressed my wants.
Why would I want a dominant woman?
Suppressed my wants.
I want to check out his Instagram, and he has like people who like him. Dr. Elam is a legend. I don't understand how people don't like him. His confidence is infectious and makes me want to improve and be like him. Meaning being the guy who was rejected by several women despite being attractive and supposedly successful. We can argue that all of these women were pearls in front of the pigs situation, and that all of them are stupid for not seeing how awesome he is. Yet it is most likely that they are not the problem. All of the women were the problem. They couldn't handle an alpha chad like Dr. Elam. They all thought they can control him, but they realized quickly they cannot control greatness.
Alright, so y'all just seen that corny ass shit.
So, this is clearly not working. We are attracting too many weirdos, and nobody's getting their soulmate from this show, as entertaining it may be. And that's where I come in, because I have a much better solution to solve this whole dating crisis. People are too shallow. People can easily swipe left on people because they are, too short or too fat for their taste. And this will actually be very dangerous to the human population. So I have a better solution to this whole dating issue. We kidnap 1 million people and we put them in boot camps. Now these boot camps have a specific purpose as for you to find your soulmate. You will not be allowed to leave this boot camp single, and you will find your best partner and you will marry them in that same boot camp. This may take a couple of months, this may take a couple of years, but you're not leaving without finding that soulmate, okay? You will be held hostage against your will. Now, people will argue against this and say it's unethical to kidnap people and rob them from their homes for as long as 10 to 15 years. And to that I say, no. Now, I believe that it is more unethical to not give someone a chance on the basis of something that they cannot control. So that's why it is completely justified in kidnapping them and stealing them from their homes for as long as many years. Now, if you do try to escape the boot camp, there is nothing you can do. And there's actually a study that the brain processes excitement in a similar way that it processes fear. Which means that if we have people that are constantly scared for their lives, we have a higher chance of people being in love with each other. And their lives were probably shit anyway, so don't worry about the whole, oh my goodness, they'll never see their friends and family again. Don't worry about it. These people will be fine. And I'm very interested in actually this coming to fruition. It won't be from by my own pockets though, because I have too much in my life to kidnap 1 million people, but I'm sure that someone will consider it in the future. It will not be me though, and that's how we save humanity. By forcing people to breed with each other. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, and I will see you in the next video.